Hey guys, this is Mike and Lori with Hamburg Honey. We are popping open hives today. It is 50 degrees out. We're not doing anything in the hives except we're opening them up, seeing if they have any Hive Alive left. And if they don't, we're gonna give them half a patty. And then we'll check them again in a few weeks to see what they need. These Hive Alive fondant patties come in what, 2 pound, right? 2 pound patties and 1 pound patties. These are 2 pound.
They come in, they're measured in kilos.
Okay.
So this one is 2.2 pounds, and then they have another one I think that's 5 pounds.
Okay. Well, we're gonna get started because we had to work later today, and we're getting out to our hives a little bit late, so we're gonna bust our butts trying to get this done today. So you can watch as we do it, and we'll also be noting if anything is a dead out. But that don't look like a dead out to me. What do you think? Look at that. Look at that cluster on top. Wow.
Quit peeking.
Quit peeking.
Give them food.
I am. Look at this. Oh, that's nice. Okay. We really don't need smoke. They really don't seem to care, you know, if we're here or what we're doing. Wow, look at that, Mike. Now keep in mind, it's only mid-February, and usually when you have bee losses, it occurs in March, when they're out of food and don't have resources yet, which is why we're feeding them. So we are gonna pop these open today. Look at that. Wow, Mike. That's gonna be a super hive this year if it pulls through.
They're looking nice so far.
Would you like me to cut more patties?
Yeah, sure.
Because that seems to be taking time to cut patties. You can see these hives are covered in bee poop. They've been able to get out and take cleansing flights. They've been storing up all that poop, and you could see it in the snow. You could see it on top of the hives, on the front of the hives. It doesn't mean they have dysentery. It means they're getting out of their hives and they are just cleaning their systems out. Let's try to pick this up. Oh my gosh, this weighs a ton. I'm gonna set this on a hive that we've already fed. Okay. Alright. Trying to adjust the camera a little. Hard to see because, you know, now I'm going hands-free, so it's hard to tell if it's getting a good shot or not. I think Hive Alive has been one of the things that has kept our bees alive over winter. We give it to them in fall, we give it to them midwinter, and we give it to them in spring. And we love Hive Alive's product. It gives them all their basic nutrients they need when they don't have resources in winter or can't get out and get resources in winter. How are those looking, Mike?
Great.
Let me see that cluster. Wow.
Coming out.
So make sure, guys, if you're opening your hives and feeding bees, you're not doing it on too cold of a day. Because if you're opening hives on too cold of a day, that's a cluster buster. Yeah. You want to make sure you're not getting them too cold. It is so hard for them to heat their hives back up once, you know, you let that cold air in.
You want to really make sure that all you're doing is popping that open, putting in the food, and getting it closed right away. You don't want them to lose any heat. You don't want to bother them. It only takes a few seconds per hive, as you can see.
Guys, look what I did. I just got these gloves and I just cut a hole in the thumb. Oh. Well, I didn't just get them today. I got them like 5 months ago. These hives all look great, guys. This is so exciting. We have not gotten to be in the bees. That's not true. We have our bed bees. We get to see our bees all the time. We get to sleep with them. But we haven't gotten to open hives and have them buzzing around us on, you know, like this in a long time. I'm just going to keep cutting patties for you, Mike. Mike, have you seen any dead outs?
Not yet.
Really?
That's not true. When I took those off over there,
Yeah.
a mouse came out of one.
Uh-huh.
That out.
Oh, no.
We have some.
Yeah, the mice will go after your frames and everything else if you don't have mouse guards on. We are trying to work quickly here because the sun is going to be going down soon. We have a Zoom meeting tonight because Beak Meet 2026 is this Saturday. And we're going to have Randy Oliver and Fred Dunn and Dr. Dale Hill. Let's see.
David Burns.
David Burns. We're going to have Dr. Fratellone. He is the president of the Apitherapy Association speaking. He's going to be speaking via Zoom. Make sure you all sign up for Beak Meet because if you can't make it in person, you can see some of these people via Zoom. Let's see, Angelina Perotti. She's Dr. Angelina Perotti. She does DNA tests on, look at that. Mike, is that a hole right there?
Could be.
Ooh, crap.
Once we strap them all back, we'll have to make sure.
Okay. And I'm sure I had the question today. We walked by and looked at how many hives had bees coming out of them. And I said, Mike, how do you know they're not just getting robbed right now? You know, we haven't seen robbing behavior, but sometimes when you see bees coming in and out of hives, you know, especially in spring if a hive is starving, it could be robbing. So we haven't seen that robbing behavior though. You know, they act a certain way. You know, we lit our smoker and I was like, man, it's been so long since I've gotten to pump a smoker or smell a smoker. Now when it gets to be like 60 degrees out, which I can't wait for, here in Wisconsin that might be March, but it's more likely April. Once it gets 60 out, we can open hives and start going through frames and stuff. And what Mike and I like to do is, if we do see a hive that's a dead out from winter, we will take any honey they have left and give it to a hive that doesn't have any. And that way at least, you know, it's more food for those hives and you're not having another hive die or and why hives die in winter is several reasons. You could lose a hive in winter if it's too cold for the cluster to move around and eat. You know, they've got to choose between freezing to death and eating. They're going to try to stay warm as long as they can, I'm sure. See, Mike is just barely popping that lid open and stuffing one in. Mike, did you do this pallet hive right here? Oh, you did. Look at it. Wow.
You want to get the smoker?
Yeah, I can get the smoker, but I don't know if it's still going.
That blue one is a dead out?
Yeah. So we have this hive here that's blue here. I believe this was a smaller hive in fall. It is a dead out. So I'm wondering if we should plug it up, Mike. Keep my... Okay. I'm thinking I'm going to plug that. Normally Mike likes to use grass in the smoker to get it going. As you see, we don't have a whole lot of grass. We got a lot of, this is our pond, and we have a lot of cattails. If anybody's got suggestions on how to get rid of all those cattails, I'm open to hear them. Okay guys, so I got the smoker going somewhat. Look what the bees did here. So we have this. It wasn't
the bees.
Oh, it was a mouse. Look at that.
Mouse did that.
What a mouse did. I'm gonna slip behind here, Mike. Oh, styrofoam. Yeah, a mouse got in there. Mike, is this a dead out?
No.
Okay. So maybe the bees took care of that mouse because it looks like it tried to chew right here too.
Yeah.
But it got in right here. I bet you the bees took care. There might be a dead, stung up mouse in there. Okay, Mike. Do you want me to keep cutting patties, or is there enough cut ones in there for now?
No, keep cutting patties.
Okay, do you know where the knife went? In the box, maybe? Yep.
Yeah, it's right where you look.
Okay. Alrighty then. Over here. I haven't seen too many overly aggressive bees today. They're mainly trying to do their duty, get out, get their resources, get back in the hive before it gets too cold out for the night and be done. This whole row is gonna need. Do you want me to take off that one section for you?
No, it can wait.
Okay.
Keep cutting those for me.
Okay. Boy, I have new suit and new gloves on, and they're getting pooped all over. Let's check out Mike's suit. Let's see if Mike's covered in poop. Look at you.
I got them all over my gloves.
You got it on your hat. Let me see your back. Turn around. Look at you. You have been initiated.
Ooh.
Or should I say you've been baptized in the bee yard. Guys, it's been looking really great today.
There's 12 more, Lori.
There's 12 more, not 14.
More,
okay.
Yeah.
So I have 6 in here. Mike, I tossed my knife over here. What the heck? Oh, there it is. Okay. See, look at all this bee poop down here. Everything's covered in bee poop. They are all taken. That is so healthy for them to get out and take their cleansing flights. I mean, can you imagine not being able to poop for weeks or months? Still working the Hive Alive. We bought like 3 or 4 cases of this in like November. I think it was November. And because we knew we'd need it. We gave them a couple in December? No, the end of November. And we have enough to do this today. And we are going to be putting in a new Hive Alive order in a couple weeks. Hive Alive, if you go on to Hive Alive and put in Hamburg Honey 10, you know, you can get a 10% discount on your order. So make sure if you're doing that, that you put in that code when you go to check out. Hive Alive makes great products. They make syrup, ready-made syrup with Hive Alive added to it.
Give me the stuff.
There's the stuff, and there's some in the box too. Did you get stung, Mike?
Yeah, my ankle.
Oh.
One crawled up my sock.
Uh-oh. Yep, it happens. We are so excited to get into these hives today. Mike is ecstatic. He's just happy he has time to do it. It is going to take some time to get the straps back on. It's a process getting these ready for winter. To get into them, it's a real pain in the butt. So once everything gets put back on, they'll be ready for 6 more weeks of winter. As what's his name? Puxatawny Phil predicted 6 more weeks of winter. Oh. So we expect in March we'll have a bunch of snow coming. This seems to be melting off.
Yeah, Yeah, well, it's supposed to be cold next week again.
Yeah, it's supposed to be cold next week again. So we've been ice fishing, as you've seen on our YouTube channel, a lot, and having fun with that. But as for the next few weeks, we are going to be getting ready for bee season 2026. It's time. I am so ecstatic about all these hives that are thriving. They're just thriving. They made it through winter so far. And, you know, I don't want to jinx us or anything, but look at that. That's exciting, guys. That's exciting to see bees this lively and happy. I'm sure they're not happy we're cranking open their hives, but
No, they're not.
But you know.
Alright, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 left.
7 left. Okay. Well, guys, we are gonna finish up here, and I really hope you're able to check your bees, see if they need food, feed them, and help them through the rest of this winter. You know, we don't want there to be less bees than we already have in this world right now. So Mike got the smoker started when we first began today, and it wouldn't keep going. I got it started, but we're done. And it didn't really start getting going until now that we're almost done. How many of you go through that? Get out there and don't be afraid to manage your bees and get them ready for this season. So get out and enjoy your bees, guys.